Hello everyone, it is me Vegeta T23 and welcome back to my new What If. Today we're talking about what if Tarble went to Earth with Goku. Before I start, I'd like to mention that I created a Discord server for you to join. The link is in the description of this video, so if you'd like to join in and talk to me and the rest of my fans, it's there. I'd also like to mention that I created an Instagram so you can survey my very uninteresting life. I mainly post Osu stuff. Now back to the video. In the last part we discussed how it all unfolded and King Vegeta's scheme to get rid of his second born, untalented son. He sent him to Earth and Bardock sent Kakarot away too. So the two Saiyans started living with Grandpa Gohan ever since the two got together. After some time the two met Bulma and went to look for the Dragon Balls. After scouring the canon route, they managed to summon Shenron. So Tarble asked Shenron about his planet. He got his answer, mourned the thought, and then went to Bulma's to eat, and the two Saiyans then headed off to Roshi. With the recap out of the way, let's continue the what if. Goku and Tarble are on their way to Master Roshi's. Roshi accepts both of them. However, a new kid also comes with hentai and asks Roshi to train him. Of course, we're talking about Krillin. Krillin also gets accepted. However, he has to train much harder than in the original, because there are 3 of them now and he's trying to surpass the 2 Saiyans so he can try asserting his dominance over both of them. The two then learn advanced martial arts and Krillin gets his strength to a reasonable rate, much higher than in canon because he has 2 Saiyans on his team. After training, they go to participate in the Tenkaichi Budokai. Skipping ahead, they pass the preliminaries easily and go to the actual tournament. Everything goes pretty much as in the original until Goku and Krillin fight. Goku, being a Saiyan, enjoys the fight with Krillin, but then starts turning the tables after seeing all Krillin's gotta throw at him and surprise attacks Krillin, amazing everyone pretty much like in canon. With that, Krillin is knocked out. Then the second semi-final fight, Tarble and Jackie Chun. The fight starts and both seem to be equal, but Tarble and his power makes it hard for Roshi to keep up, so he has to rely on his electrifying attack. Tarble has nowhere to go. He then looks and sees a full moon and immediately closes his eyes. He knows he can't turn into Uzaru yet because he doesn't know if he'll be able to control it. Tarble then goes and starts exerting his energy outwards to push the attack from him and at the same time preparing a Gallic gun to throw at Roshi. Tarble manages to create an opening and then throws his attack. Roshi is hit by it and with that Roshi loses by ring out. The 2 Saiyans then began fighting and of course Tarble is the winner. The two then eat all the prize money in a nearby restaurant. We're entering the Red Ribbon Saga and it goes similarly except one small advantage is that there are 2 of them and they pretty much one-shot all their enemies and so Mercenary Tile is completely gone. Then we get to Fortune Terror Baba Saga. The shenanigans with the Dragon Ball and Baba's minions. Since Gohan is alive and well, he's not their opponent, but makes a cameo appearance, berating the two, but then praising them because they managed to become Roshi's students in that time. Then Shinkansen Saga is around the corner and they're all preparing for the tournament coming up. Roshi suggested to the 3 boys they should go by themselves around the world to hone their skills even further and to train, and they do so, scattering on their own separate ways. At the tournament grounds, they meet up with Master Shen, Tenshinhan, and Chaozu. The arch rivals are Roshi. Roshi, Tarble, Krillin, and Yamcha are waiting on Goku to come from his venture. But in the meantime, there is a roast session between the Crane Hermit and Turtle Hermit. All of a sudden, Goku comes, saying how they're talking shit, but they will lose to a Saiyan. Goku realizes what he just said and just hopes they didn't realize what he said, and of course they didn't. The tournament is starting and the preliminaries go smoothly. First fight is Tien and Goku, and that ends up with Tien's broken leg, arm, and 3 ribs. Then Tarble and Jackie Chun, and that goes the same except without the ribs. Then Krillin and Chaozu. Chaozu of course uses telekinesis to give Krillin pain. Since Krillin is much more enduring, he ignores the pain and knocks Chaozu out. Tarble and Pampu ends up just like in original with Goku. Next up are Goku and Tarble and they're pretty even this time around as well, but Tarble wins anyways with the Solar Flare. Tarble and Krillin start the fight and Tarble is victorious once more as to no surprise. Tien then decides to form an alliance, but Tien still refuses to join the Turtle School because of his ideals. Goku remembers he left some stuff behind at the tournament grounds and Krillin goes to pick it up. After a while, Goku is nervously waiting for Krillin to come back and realizes something is wrong and rushes to the tournament building. Goku then sees the worst possible horror. Krillin is lying on the ground, motionless. Goku comes to pick him up, but it's too late. Goku's rage is overtaking him. The Dragon Ball and the competitor list are stolen. The rest of the squad comes and mourns over the death of Krillin. Tarble is also absolutely livid. Goku, full of rage, grabs Tarble and the two depart. Tarble follows the radar, while Goku follows Tarble. They encounter Tambourine. Goku asks if he killed his bald friend, and Tambourine says he did. So without second thought, he rushes to Tambourine and punches through him. Before Tambourine dies, he tells the two kids how his father is gonna kill them. Tarble has no remorse at this point and throws a Gallic gun at them. They then depart towards the Dragon Balls. They eventually find King Piccolo and then ask him if he was in command of that green spawn they just killed. Piccolo is livid that they managed to destroy his offspring, so Piccolo goes and attacks both kids, thinking they can't possibly be stronger than him. However, both of them simply dodge all the attacks. Tarble then goes and starts pounding Piccolo quite hard. Tarble then punches through King Piccolo and leaves him to die. Piccolo spits out one last egg, which will later become Piccolo Jr. All of a sudden, someone descends. We see Yajirobe and he asks the two boys to come along for the training. Tarble and Goku play along and they meet Korin. Korin then tells them how there's someone called Kami all the way up in the air above him and how he can help them train. Tarble accepts this and tells Goku to extend the power pole as said by Korin all the way to the base of the tower, and he starts ascending to the lookout. Tarble flies next to Goku. When the pole connects, he rushes up. He meets Mr. Popo. Popo makes a proposal to fight him to see if he's worth meeting Kami. Goku soon follows as Tarble is keeping up with Popo and proves himself to meet Kami. Goku follows and sees how much he's far away from Tarble, but then gets accepted when Kami comes over to greet the two. The two then attack Popo, mistaking him for King Piccolo. They do some damage to him, but Popo and Kami eventually manage to convince the boys that he is not Piccolo, and after cooling down, Kami explains who he is and why he looks like Piccolo. The two, understanding, then apologize and accept Kami's training. Back on Earth, the squad revives everyone who was killed by King Piccolo and his minions on the request of Kami. They also mention how Goku and Tarble will be training with him for some time and not to worry. We now skip 3 years and the next Tenkaichi Budokai is up. Bulma and the squad wait on their fighters to arrive and they, of course, come flying. Bulma recognizes Tarble and then figures Goku is right next to him. Goku then removes his turban, revealing his signature hair. Bulma then comes over to Tarble and comments how they're the same height now. The rest also come and sign up for the tournament in a last moment. Everyone comments on how Goku has grown up, as opposed to Tarble. They get in and the two see Piccolo Jr. and an unknown woman who starts shouting at Goku for some reason. Tarble is also confused at first, but remembers her face from somewhere. He just can't connect it. The preliminaries go as normal, but this time King Choppa passes the preliminaries simply because Mercenary Tao is dead. The fighters then prepare for the tournament. And with that, we're leaving things be for now. Thank you for watching. If you think I'm a no good what if maker, then click dislike, but if you liked the video, hit that like button. If you'd like me to cover your idea in the near future, comment down below, and as always, peace out.